that we experienced during 2022, starting with very high temperatures, forest fires, droughts, culminating into unprecedented floods within a short span of 4 months. Pakistan's disasters like torrential floods, glacial lake outburst flood, and just to mention that Pakistan has the highest snow after North Pole and South Pole in its northern areas, which is at the danger of melting and causing glacial lake outburst floodings. We face temperatures, forest fires, droughts, culminating into unprecedented floods within a short span of 4 months. Pakistan's disasters like torrential floods, glacial lake outburst flood, and just to mention that Pakistan has the highest snow after North Pole and South Pole in its northern areas, which is at the danger of melting and causing glacial lake outburst floodings. We face droughts, heat waves, earthquakes, and during this year, as I said, we have experienced almost all of them. The heat wave of 2022 was the hottest in 61 years. So I can safely say that Pakistan, eye of climate change storm, disasters return period average has become shorter from 56 years in 1929 to only 5 to 6 years in 2005. So that shows that the frequency of disasters is increasing at a rapid pace. The horror of our coming era will be born out of heat, fire, water, and snow. Ladies and gentlemen, all these disasters have impacted our economy in a very serious manner. Huge economic losses due to damage of infrastructure and loss of crops, significant losses in GDP, higher poverty rates, as it hit the 20 poorest districts of Pakistan. So those people who were already poor, who were already malnourished, have been thrown into cycle of hyper poverty and hyper malnutrition. Next, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 floods were of a scale never seen before. 33 million people in different parts of Pakistan were affected. More than 1,700 have lost their lives, and 1/3 of them are children, and more than 8 million are displaced. And the two provinces, Sindh and Balochistan, have been almost completely devastated. But the other provinces, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and our special regions in the north have also been significantly impacted, but they continue to be most vulnerable to future disasters. Next. With the help of our development partners, we have also been able to identify what were the damages and losses, and the two provinces, Sindh and Balochistan, have been almost completely devastated. But the other provinces, Punjab, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and our special regions in the north have also been significantly impacted, but they continue to be most vulnerable to future disasters. Next. With the help of our development partners, we have also been able to identify what were the damages and losses due to these floods. We are very grateful to World Bank, Asian Development Bank, European Union, UN and its agencies, and other development partners for working as a team to document in shortest possible time the post-disaster Need Assessment Report for Pakistan, which put $14.9 billion damage and $15.23 billion of economic loss, with combined cost of over $30 billion to Pakistan's economy. This was a massive blow and hit to an economy which was just beginning to recover from crisis. And this also makes Pakistan very unique. Ladies and gentlemen, every country has faced pandemic. Every country is today facing the supply shock, but no country has experienced a disaster of this scale that Pakistan has faced. So therefore, the case of Pakistan is very different and unique. The social sectors, housing, health, education, culture and heritage had serious damages. In infrastructure, road, transport, railway communication, energy, water, sanitation, municipal services, community infrastructures were damaged. In our productive sectors, agriculture, food, livestock, fisheries, water resources, irrigation, commerce, and industries were damaged, and governance, social sustainability, inclusion of gender, social protection, livelihoods were lost. Next, please. The previous one, the previous, please. Previous. And let me here share with you that Pakistan was one of the first countries to adopt Sustainable Development Goals in 2015. We called SDGs as National Development Goals. Our parliament passed a resolution to adopt Sustainable Development Goals, and we started to work on SDGs right away. But these floods, ladies and gentlemen, have washed all the gains that we made during 7 years. Almost 9 million people have been pushed into poverty. Additional 7.6 million people are facing food insecurity. 17 million women and children are at greater risk of preventable diseases. 4.3 million people with job loss and disruption to their livelihoods, and more than 600,000 women and girls at risk of gender-based violence and child marriage due to disaster situation. Next, please. Next. Next. So towards recovery, ladies and gentlemen,
Geneva conference जारी है और ahsan इकबाल इससे खिताब कर रहे थे.
Its details